Hi, it's Elisa Farigi from thinkautism.co.uk, and this week's video e-zine is all about the value in self-evaluation. Now, many of you who know RDI, Relationship Development Intervention, know that there is a very, very big part of the treatment approach where we actually film the interactions of the parent and child, and by doing the interactions of the parent and child, those are sent to me as a consultant and you get feedback on that. But the other thing that goes alongside that, the other thing that accompanies that, is self-reflections. And so this is where I think the magic happens. So it's really when you start to evaluate yourself, when you watch those video clips back yourself, that's when you start to make the realizations, you make observations, and you notice things that you didn't notice before. And I think that's where the learning really takes a steep curve. So what are the kind of things that happen? Well, you start to notice things that didn't happen in the interaction and what you can do about it. When you're in the interaction, it's very different to when you're watching it as an outsider. And so you have lots of aha moments, and really you start to go, oh, I didn't notice that in my child, or I didn't know that I did that. So you might start to notice habits that you're doing. Other things you might notice are how you respond to things. So if your child does something, you start to notice how you respond in that way. So you might be anxious or panicky, or praise yourself. You might be doing something really well that gets a really good result. You can also start to recognise different patterns of behaviour in yourself and your child. And that's something that you sometimes don't get to see when you're watching, when you're in the interaction yourself. But when you're actually watching it, you can see things repeat again and again. And that's a good sort of aha moment for you, because it means you can start to change something that's going on, or just acknowledge it. If it's something that's working well, then just acknowledge it. You can also start to see the progress that your child's making, and you can celebrate that. And it's so great when you capture a really, really good moment on videotape, and now you've got that for forever as a memory, watching the milestones and development of your child. So if only, I've heard so many people say, oh, I wish I could just live in the Big Brother house and have filming all the time, and that would make life a lot easier, and you'll capture so many wonderful, precious moments. Other things that you will notice as well is you might start to recognise what sort of things you want to focus on, so it gives you a bit more clarity, and you can pick and choose those as well. And it helps you to analyse why something might be working or why something isn't working. And obviously with the help of a consultant, you work together as a team to work that out and put in place another more effective plan of how you're going to interact. So there's a lot of value in self-evaluation. If you can just get past the cringy moments of having to watch yourself, then it's got a lot of important information there. So even if you're not working with a consultant, then I encourage you to start filming your interactions and get into a routine and a habit of actually watching them back yourself. And that's something I ask my families to do as well. There's a certain amount of video footage that they do send to me and it's required to send to me, but I also encourage them to just film anyway. And they don't have to send it to me, but film anyway and see what they notice, see what they learn. And so yeah, that's a really good tip for this week, really. And so if you've got any questions or anything you want to share, then feel free to do so. My email address is elisa@thinkautism.co.uk, and you can share your thoughts and your discoveries and breakthroughs and breakdowns on the Facebook page. And also the website is thinkautism.co.uk. So if you're not already receiving these video e-tips, then make sure you sign up for that on the website. Okay, everybody, have a great week.